to be. Go ahead. You can say it.
You're a genius.
I like to act humble, and that's what I do well. No, I don't know. You have to have an ego to get out in front of the camera. You have to be desperate. You have to be like, who would want a room full of people to laugh at them, you know, except somebody who needs something very unhealthy.
Don't get near me today, guys, okay? Because my ego is out of control! 106. I lost count!
The funniest thing about being filthy rich, I think trying to lose the reporters on the way home.
Perhaps we should slow down. Nonsense, poopy pants! Like a glove! Like a glove?
I started making people laugh basically when I was in the high chair. I would do these spastic movements to get out of eating my dinner. When I was an infant, I would do this and shake until the whole family was laughing, and my mother would say, "Don't encourage him." I was completely into it. Like, I would just become characters and talk to myself, and, you know, just whatever the muse, wherever it took me, you know.
Captain's log, stardate 23.9, rounded off to the nearest decimal point.
I just can't do it, Captain. I do it half the time.
For God's sakes, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a fool, man!
Yeah, my mother used to tell me that if I didn't stop looking in the mirror, I would see the devil. And, you know, of course, for a kid, that's like, ooh, cool. You know, I'll invite my friends over.
It's party time!
And I became an instant celebrity in the school.
Howdy, kids!
It became the way to get friends and influence people and change the world, eventually. Take over.
Jeez, I figured you had a sense of humor.
The comedians that inspired me were like Dick Van Dyke. Love Dick Van Dyke. Jimmy Stewart was, he's not a comedian, but he was a character that I really, really loved.
Well, I guess we're going to have ourselves a nuclear holocaust. Well, hey, everybody, come on over to the window. Look at that mushroom cloud. Isn't that beautiful? And the amazing thing to me is that something so magnificent, colorful could just melt your face right off.
I learned how to say by, you know, listening to Richard Pryor and, no. No, see, but there's guys like that that open doors to realms for me, like Richard Pryor and guys like Sam Kinison, that were like, you know, you watch them and you go, well, you know, maybe you got to give up a little more, you know, to push the buttons these days.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Does anybody else feel like a fried egg? All righty then.
It's not possible. I can't teach anybody how to do the faces or the body contortions because it comes out of a deep-seated desperation from another life, I think.
I'm ready to go in, Coach. Just give me a chance.
I think I was a very frustrated clown or something in another life. Something happened.
Let's see that in an instant replay.
The preparation for characters, sometimes you don't need to prepare for them. Sometimes it's better not to prepare for them.
Was that over the top? I can never tell. Everybody remain calm!
In Living Color was like a chance for me to be completely outrageous.
I am a fire marshal!
Fire Marshal Bill, the first time I did Fire Marshal Bill, I felt like I was going to hell.
He lights himself a match and... Let's just say you're the audio-visual helper for the day. You go to plug this baby in, and you just happen to be soaking your bunions in a bucket of water.
My gosh, I hope he's okay.
Never better. He has the best of intentions. Basically, he goes around to different social situations and tries to tell everybody about fire safety. And in the process, he kind of gets blown up and stuff. Suppose you got a handful of thumbtacks and you accidentally roll over them like so. Now the fireman's out, but you look like Hellraiser.
Oh, I'm going to hell. Go to hell again. I'm getting confused, because I'm getting mixed signals from people, It's just like, when I feel like I'm being bad, sometimes it's like everybody goes, "It's fantastic. It's what we've all wanted to do for years," that kind of thing.
World champion female bodybuilder Vera DeMilo explodes upon the screen as Vera Cosa, Mistress of Destruction.
Vera DeMilo was an inspiration I got at Gold's Gym.
What's the girl to do?
I saw this mountain of a woman, just this incredible woman that you see on these, health magazines and stuff, on the covers all the time. Just massive woman.
I shall unleash the memories that kings and princes have died for.
I thought, wow, this is an amazing person. I wonder what this person is like. And then I heard, I'll have a protein smoothie, like that. And the whole picture became clear, I went, oh, okay.
When you mess with my breasts, you die like Mariah.
Testicle Tuesday.
It's a disgusting habit.
Sex cam!
Oh, yeah, baby.
How would you like me to make your life a living hell?
Well, I'm not really ready for a relationship, Lois, but thank you for asking.
I would love to play romantic lead. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'd scare people. I know it.
I desperately want to make love to a schoolboy. No, that's not what I meant.
I am so gifted when it comes to women.
You should see the way he makes love.
I'm sure they can imagine, honey. Spank me. Most of them have probably seen the Trials of Life wild animal videos.
My technique for kissing is basically, I learned from my brother-in-law, Al. My brother-in-law, Al, just clamped onto me one day. We were camping, and he was going, okay, you massage this, and then you go down to here, and you come around, and then you spin them.
How can I ever repay you?
Well, the reward would be good. There is some damage to my car. It's a high-performance machine, so I had to fill it with premium.
Would you like for me to take your pants off instead?
Gee, let me think. Sure. Oh, Pete. Oh, Pete! We're real friendly around here.
I guess that's how I got good. Just practice, practice, practice. Stanley in the Mask was, was a little bit of my father, He was a super nice guy to the point of, he'd give you his clothes and stand there naked at a bus stop.
Thanks.
Stanley was fun because I wanted to make him an interesting character in his own right, you know, something that, you know, people aren't going to be going, get to the mask. Dumb and Dumber was the first big paying job that I got. It was the big deal. Everybody was going, $7 million man. You know, and so I thought, well, what would be the most unlikely thing for somebody who's, you know, breaking into the big time thing, who's getting his big payday? What would be the most interesting thing to do? And I think, smash my tooth out and wear a bowl haircut.
That's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey?
Austria.
Austria? Well then, good day, mate.
I guess because I didn't want to be safe. You know, I didn't want to, because I'm getting paid a lot of money, I didn't want to suddenly, like, go, okay, well, we gotta, you know, hey, don't lose it.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
It was obvious I didn't care how much they were paying me in that movie. There always does seem to be a throwing up thing in the movies. I just think throwing up is one of the funnier things. It's just the one thing that we do, orgasming and vomiting, that's completely involuntary, and you pretty much, you know, you're pretty much there when you're doing it. You're not thinking about anything else, you know. There's nothing else you can concentrate on or worry about, you know. Nobody's going to, the lawn, I should really, you know. It's not going to happen. I think I have moments of you know, well, I don't want to say genius, but I have moments of where my muse is really hooked up. But, you know, for the most part, I'm just a worker, you know. I work. I go to work.
Mr. Ventura! We are counting on you!
Before I do anything, I think, well, what hasn't been seen? Sometimes that turns out to be something that's ghastly and, you know, not fit for society.
Say hello to my stinky little friend.
And sometimes that inspiration becomes something that's really worthwhile.
The real game begins. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat? Nigma. Edward Nigma, you hired me personally, just like I tell everyone. We've never actually met, but your name was on the hiring slip. I have it.
I kind of concentrated on the sycophant idea of the Riddler, you know, the guy who just hates his hero before he even meets him, you know?
You were supposed to understand.
The guy who's, like, kind of put all his eggs in one basket.
Sucking up your IQ.
Vacuuming the cortex. Feeding off your brain.
It's John the Baptist meets Jesus, you know. If this doesn't pan out, you know, everybody's going to hurt.
Caffeine.
Julian! Let me try.
Come on, Smith. Please lay back.
Ow!
Somebody tell the fat lady.
She's on in 5.
Now that's impressive.
Yes, Cornell.
Those fowl are being threatened because the tropical rainforests are being cut down at the alarming rate of 7,000 acres a day.